Hello there everyone, and welcome once again to OB Learning Hub. In today's video, we will be covering the basics of Microsoft PowerPoint, all in under just 20 minutes. And by the end of today's tutorials, you will be able to create your own PowerPoint presentation just as I have done to present your ideas and report. So kindly stick with me to the end. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe button to support the channel. And to continue, obviously, we will need to start or open our own PowerPoint app. So I'll simply move to my taskbar and click to open my PowerPoint. Then since I would like to create my PowerPoint from scratch, I will simply click on the blank presentation, and over here you can simply start by clicking over here to type in the title of your presentation. But before that, I would like to save my PowerPoint, so I'll simply use the shortcut Ctrl S. And since it's the first time I'm saving this PowerPoint or this presentation, this pop-up file will appear where over here I'll type in my file name tubular, and also I would like to change the location or where I want the file to be. So I'll simply click on the drop down button and choose the desktop because that's where I want it to be, and simply click on save. And so to confirm that indeed my file has been saved, I can always look it up over here at the title page, where as you can see the file name has been changed to tubular. So moving on, I would like to have the name of my file as oil country, or the name of my presentation as oil country tubular goods. Tubular goods. All right. And now over here where you can add a subtitle, you can always add who the presentation is by if you want your audience to know. I don't want that, so I'll simply get rid of that. And moving on, if you would like to add more slides to your presentation, you can always do that by simply clicking or selecting your first slide, then using either the enter key or the Ctrl M. You can always add more slides to your presentation, or you can always move to the slides group over here under the home tab. Then you click on the new slides to add any slide of your choice. So over here you can look it up. As you can see, there are other slides you can add. So I would like to add one over here, and the last one I would like to add is the section header. Okay, before I proceed, I would like to have a picture as the background of my title page, and to do that I'll simply leverage on this designer tab over here. So I'll simply click on it for it to give me some ideas to choose from. So as you can see, it's generating some design ideas as per the text over here. Oops, sorry. Let me try again to see the ideas that will be generated for me. Oh, nice. So if you have to go through, as you can see, some ideas have been generated. I would like to choose this one, so I'll simply click on it, and voila, as you can see, a pictorial view or a design has been given to me, and I've selected it. So to move on, in my next slide, I would like to let my audience know what I'll be talking about in the entire presentation. So I'll simply get rid of this, and over here I want to let them know what OTG is about, so I'll introduce them to it. So I'll simply let them know what OCD is about. So I'll simply type in the introduction, and the next thing I want them to know about is the applications of the OCTG. So I'll simply type that over here also, and I want them to be in caps, so I'll simply select them, then click, and coming to the font group, I'll click on this button over here, then choose the uppercase, and I want to bolden them up a bit, so I'll simply bolden them up. And I just don't want to leave it just like this because it occupies little space. There is too much blank space. So to do that, I'll include or I'll add what we call the SmartArt. So the SmartArt kind of gives it a pictorial or a picture view. So moving to the paragraph group, still under the home tab, I'll simply come over here to convert to SmartArt. So I'll simply click on it. Then you can always choose any of your choice over here. So as you can see, there are many of the SmartArt. You can always go to more smart graphics, but I would like to choose this one, so I'll click on it. And as soon as I select or I choose it, as you can see, in your ribbon, some new tabs have been added, and over here you can always change the appearance of your design. So over here I would like to change the design to this, and I would like to have the color in this style. So I'll simply, let me see, okay, I would like for it to be this way, so I'll simply choose this one. And over here I want to talk about each of them one by one. So over here what I will do is I would add an animation to it. So I will simply go to my animations tab over here. Let me select my slide again, and what I want to do is I want them to fly in one by one. So I'll simply click on the fly in, and as you can see, they've all coming together. But what I want is I want it to come in one by one. So what I'll do is I'll go to the effect options, and moving down, as you can see, one by one. So now you can see this is how they will appear for me to talk about them. So if I'm to start all over, so I'll simply go to the presentation view, and if you are to click on it, so as you can see, this is how they will appear. And as soon as you add all these designs or these animations to it, as you can see, this star appears. So this is to say your slide has been animated. So let me move on. Over here I would like to talk about the introduction, so I'll simply type the introduction, and the next slide I would like to talk about the applications of OCTG. So I'll simply type in the applications of the OCTG, and in the last slide I'll simply just say thank you. So I'll simply type in the thank you. Okay, then that will be all. Let me get rid of this slide, or this, let me get rid of this box over here. So I'll simply get rid of it. Then under my introduction I would like to let them know what OCTG is. So I will simply type what OCTG and bring in my question mark. Then the next thing I'll talk about under the introduction will be the components of OCTG. And under the components of OCTG, I would like to talk about the draw pipes. I would like to talk about the casings. And under casings, I would like to talk about the conductor, or throw more light on the conductor casing, the surface casing, the intermediate casing, and the last one under the casing will be the production casing. So these are what I would like to throw more light on. And the last thing under the component I would like to talk about will be the tubings. So this is it, by the way. Let me just make it, tubing. But if you are to look carefully in this slide, you can't seem to pinpoint what is the main point and what some of the sub points are. And so to correct that, I'll simply highlight these ones, go to the home tab and indent them, so that if someone is to pick it up, you know that indeed it's a subheading under casings. And also I would like to bolden this up, so that at least the person will know that this is separate from this and this is separate from this. And also, just to make things a bit clearer, I will italize this just to differentiate them a bit more. And to make this more attractive, I would like to also add a SmartArt over here. So I'll simply go to the convert to SmartArt. And another way of inserting a SmartArt is to move to the insert tab over here. Then under the illustrations group, as you can see, the SmartArt. So over here you can choose any SmartArt design of your choice. So I'll simply close it. I want to choose it from the home tab. I'll click convert to SmartArt, and I want it in this format also. I want to change the appearance. I want it to be in this style. So I'll simply do that. Okay, I'll simply do that. Then I want to change the color. So I'll change the color. I want it to be in this format. So I'll simply do that. And to proceed, I would like to insert some pictures over here, so that at least my audience will appreciate what these what these components do stand for. And so to do that, I would like to insert some pictures. I'll go to the insert tab. Under the images group, I'll go to pictures, and I don't have any pictures saved on my device, so I'll simply like to get some from online pictures. I'll click on it, and over here I'll search for some drill pipes of OCTG, and I'll press the enter. Let me see some of the options that will be made available to me. Okay, so these are some of the options. So I'll click on this one to insert it. I just like how it is. Then the next one I would like to talk about, but as you can see, as soon as I insert a picture, you see the designer tab will pick it up and try to create a design idea for me to use. But no worries, let me add more pictures to it so I can do that. Then the next thing I would want to search for is the casings for OCTG. So I'll simply search for that also, press enter, and let me see some ideas. Okay, if you have to go through, these are some of the ideas. So I would like this one, so I'll click on it, then insert it. All right, as you can see, it's downloading. So in a minute, all right, let me minimize it a bit. Okay, and the last one I would like to add is the tubing. So I'll simply go to the insert again, then click on pictures, then go to online, then over here also I will type in tubings for OCTG and press enter. And let me see the options that will be made available. Okay, so these are some of the options. I don't like them, so I would like to change it a bit again. Okay, so going through, I would like to select this one, so I will simply click this one, then click on the insert, and as you can see, it has downloaded. So let me minimize it a bit. Then I can sort them out, but no, I will like for the designer tab or the designer to do that for me. And as you can see, it has done exactly that. So what I will do is to go through and see which one I would like to have. I like this design, so I will simply click on it, and voila, as you can see, this has appeared, or this design has been given or generated for us. You can always make any changes to your picture by simply clicking or selecting it, and as you can see, this picture format tab has been made available to make any changes to your picture if you would like to. But let me change the design of the SmartArt a bit. I don't want it how it is. Let me change the color again. I'll simply click on this one. Okay, and moving on, over here I would like to talk about the applications of the OCTG. So give me a minute, I'll quickly do that, then we'll continue. Okay, so this is the information under the applications of OCTG I would like for my audience to know. And the last thing will be our thank you. But oh no, I would like to throw more light on these casings, because I would like for my audience to know the number of casings that have been used over the years. So I would like to create a chart for it. But what should I do? So let me just simply press the enter. But as you can see, this is not the type of slide I would want to use. So to change that, I'll simply right click on it. Then going to the layout, I'll simply change the layout to title and content. Then I would want to have it just right after my introduction. So I'll simply click to select it, then move it in between my introduction and applications of OCTG, and over here I'll simply type in casings. Okay, and to include a chart, I can always use the insert tab to add a chart, or as you can see, there are some icons which have been made available over here in your content over here. So to insert a chart, I can simply click on it. Then if you would like to have any chart of your choice, you can simply select any of them here. But I would like to have a column chart, so I'll simply let it be and click on OK. And it's loading. And voila, as you can see, the chart has been added, and over here you can simply make any changes of your choice. So over here I would like to make that changes. I'll simply type in my casings. So give me a minute, let me do that. Okay, so as you can see, I have updated my chart. I have included the years I want them to know about. I have also included the casings, the conductor, the surface, intermediate, and production. So I'm okay with the information over here, so I'll simply close it. Then let me change the title of my chart. So casings used over the years. Okay, and let me change this casings. Okay, let me make some few edits. So I would like to italize it, so I'll do that. Let me bolden it up a bit. Okay, so this is how you can also include a chart to your PowerPoint presentation. And over here, as you can see, you can also hover around to select any style of your choice. So I would like to have this one, so I'll simply click on it. Then I'll maintain the rest as it is. And moving on, also I would like that during my presentation to my audience, I would like to tell them about these things one by one, so that I don't talk about them all at once. And so to do that, I would also include an animation over here. So I'll simply go to the animation. Then over here, I would like them to fly in also, but I don't want them to fly in all together. I want it one by one. And over here, instead of one by one, I want it by series. So I'll simply click on the by series. So as you can see, it appears casing by casing in each year. So let me go to the presentation view. I'll simply click on it. Then as you can see over here, I'll talk about the casing, the number used each year. So as you can see, whether it grows or it decreases each year. So that's just how you can also animate your chart also. And so that's just how you can create a PowerPoint presentation. Simple, right? And moving on, as you can see, my font style isn't in the Times New Roman, and I can go through one by one to do that, to change all this to the Times New Roman. But I want to do all at a go. So what I will do is to go to the View tab and leverage on what we call the Slide Master. So I'll simply select the Slide Master. Then over here in my section header format, since it was selected over in the slide view, I'll simply highlight on it. Then I will go to the Home tab, then change the font style or the font to Times New Roman. So I'll simply select the Times New Roman. Then also I'll move to my title and content also, and over here I'll simply highlight all under the subtitle over here. Then I will change the font to Times New Roman. Then also I'll do same for my heading also. I'll change it to Times New Roman. Then this one I would like to bolden it up a bit. So let's go back to our normal view. So if you would want to go back to the normal view, you can always go to the Slide Master and close it, or you can go down to the very end of your PowerPoint, and as you can see, this one, this normal view, you click on it, and as you can see, my slides are, or my font are all in Times New Roman now. And also I would like to include my own logo throughout my presentation, and if I'm to do that, I have to do them one by one. I can always leverage on the Slide Master also. So I'll go to the view, then go to the Slide Master again. Then over here, I'll go to the insert, then go to pictures, and I have my logo on my device. So I'll simply go over and go to select the logo and click on insert. Then let me make some few changes to it. So I'll simply drag it up, down a bit. Okay. Then let me stretch it up a bit. Okay, then let me minimize it or shrink it. Sorry, let me shrink it. Then bring it to the very end of my slide. Okay, so let me copy and paste it where my section header is. since it's a different slide from the title and content. So I'll simply do that. Then if I would like to make any changes over here, I'll simply select it, then go to the picture format. Then maybe I would like to change the color. Okay, let me maintain everything. Okay, so now let's go back, close the slide master and see. So as you can see, it appears in all of my slides now. Instead of doing it one by one, it appears in all of my slides. And the last thing I would like to tackle over here will be, I want to change the design of my PowerPoint. I don't want it to be in this official office theme, so I will simply go to the design tab also. And over here, I would like to see which of these themes will be nicer for me, so I will simply go through them one by one. Okay. I think I'll go for this one, so I'll simply click to select it. Then let me go through. Okay, I think I like this one, so I'll simply click to select it. And voila, if you are to go through our slides, we have simply created our PowerPoint presentation. And if you like to see how it appears, you can always go to the presentation view. Then you start from scratch. So this is how your PowerPoint will appear. And over here also, you can always animate it if that's what you want. Okay, so this is basically how you can simply create a PowerPoint presentation using the Microsoft PowerPoint. I hope this video has been helpful, and if there is anything in particular you would like to know, you can simply let me know down in the comment section below. Thank you very much for your time, and see you again in my next videos. It's bye for now.